Well, hey, to all you cool cats and kittens, this is obviously your host, Mr. Hi. And don't worry, I am not trying to interrupt your show. This is just a teaser, a trailer, to talk about my show, The Anytime Show. Have you seen it yet? I hope so. If not, what are you waiting for? Go on and find my show, The Anytime Show with Mr. Hi. See you all soon. And subscribed. Hey, are you listening to me? You better have subscribed to my channel, youtube.com/Hollywood Insider TV. Yep.
Today's episode is titled, Jenna Fischer, America's Sweetheart and Sitcom Legend. This article was written by Carrie Fishbane. She was half of one of the sweetest power couples in sitcom history. According to this Yahoo Entertainment article, John Krasinski said as soon as she entered the room, he knew Jenna Fischer was the perfect actress to play the role of America's sweetheart for what would become 9 seasons. And I know they're fictional, but if you don't think Jim and Pam were meant to be together from the first episode of The Office, then you should go to a cardiologist, because I'm fairly certain not having a heart is a serious medical condition. Jenna Fischer made America laugh, cry, and cringe as the lovable Pam Beasley. But did you know it took her years and years to even get a paying role in Hollywood? And what's she up to now? Welcome to Jenna Fischer 101 class. Today, we will be discussing just how epic America's Sweetheart is.
I was just, I'm in love with you.
What? The beginnings, a long road. For any Jenna Fischer fan and any aspiring actor, I recommend reading Actor's Life, in which Fischer recounts her story of trying to make it in Hollywood. She moved to LA shortly after finishing college. Thus began her 8 years of struggle while clawing her way to stardom. During this time, Fischer slogged through background work, 3-line roles, and odd jobs she needed to take to support herself. Still, she pushed her way through and eventually got her SAG card. Still, it was a long road before she eventually started making good money from acting. Jenna states in her book that the most important thing an actor can do for herself is never give up and never stop hustling. If you have the talent and create the opportunity for yourself, with a little bit of luck, you can make it. Just never stop believing in yourself.
Thank you.
Lolly Love, the pre-Office office. Lolly Love was a mockumentary film created by Fischer and her then-husband James Gunn. Fischer says that this project might have been what got her an audition for The Office. Lolly Love is about a bourgeois couple trying to make a difference in the world, so they hand out lollipops to the homeless. The humor style is similar to that of The Office, and I would definitely recommend any Office fans to check it out. Much of what was written in the script was based on Fischer and Gunn's real life and was filmed in their real home. Much of the movie was improvised, as Fischer just told the actors their motivation for a scene and the actors just ran with it. The great thing about this movie is it was just a bunch of friends with a camera working on a project together. There was no big studio involved. Lolly Love premiered at the St. Louis International Film Festival.
Many have lost their jobs, and all have lost their homes.
But they don't work. They're lazy.
The Office and beyond. Old Pammy is getting what she wants. For those of you who live under a rock, The Office is based on the BBC sitcom of the same name and centers around a bunch of people working at Dunder Mifflin Paper. It ran from 2005 to 2013. She says it herself, Jenna Fischer struck gold when she landed her role on The Office. Fisher has said on her podcast that all the stars aligned perfectly when they cast the hit sitcom. It's obvious just from watching the pilot that every actor on the show was born to play the part they were cast as. And that created a ton of chemistry between the characters and long-lasting friendships between actors. Although, for all the cast and crew of The Office, no one was sure this show would last past the first season, let alone the 9 seasons it did.
I thought it was weird when you picked us to make a documentary.
The show was not popular when the first season aired, and Jenna braced herself as she had been hired to act in shows before, only to see the show not picked up or canceled just as quickly as it started. Fortunately, NBC took a chance on the scrappy mockumentary, and the show became the legend it did. Nowadays, Fisher runs a podcast with her best friend and Office co-star Angela Kinsey called Office Ladies. Each week, they recount the making of an episode of The Office and share behind-the-scenes details that only 2 people who were there can tell you. Fisher also published her aforementioned book, Actor's Life, about the struggles of trying to climb up the Hollywood food chain. In the book, she shares that one of the most important things an actor can do once they've made it is encourage and help newer actors, which is exactly what this book is doing. Of course, it's not entirely an easy street, even for a sitcom legend. Fisher admits in her book that while she was writing, she was fired for the first time off a project with Matt LeBlanc. Apparently, even legends are imperfect. But Jenna doesn't let her failures stop her from achieving greatness.
I hate the idea that someone out there hates me. I even hate thinking that Al-Qaeda hates me. I think if they got to know me, they wouldn't hate me.